Aduh, aduh, aduh. Cek, cek. Nggak lu Naslam. Gimana? Udah muncul? Udah muncul kah? Udah sukses kah? Ininya enggak lah. Oh, udah connect ya. Chatnya tidak masuk. Kenapa lu, Bro? Reconnect kayak. Udah. in January looking now. Cek cuk. Ngomong nggak ada suaranya. Oh, ada. Habis main Monster Hunter, main ini berat banget. Pakai mod kayaknya untuk biar kameranya ini bener. Di window visible position under position against enemy. Hikikomori halo. Jualan pos ini.
Revelio. Lumos.
Yang ada ininya ya.
Potato.
Di sini mana ada dok ya? Oh ini. Dok yang ada barrel. Aduh loh. Bentar.
Revelio.
Dok yang punya barrel ada lampunya. Oh ini.
Lumos.
Oh shit. Oh no. kucing putih. Mana sih cara masuknya situ? Balik sini.
Lumos.
Beda. Visibility potion, thunderbolt potion.
Thank you again for delivering those potions to Madame Lowing. Saved me a lot of time and trouble.
Anjay, Malbot.
A wise decision. Thank you. I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this.
Lihat tuh anjing.
Yes. Levioso. Accio. Incendio.
Oke. Ding, 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 ding.
Revelio.
Ini dekat tapi jauh ternyata. that way maybe. Oops.
That's the last time I have a potion.
Have you finished your assignments?
I finished the tasks, Professor.
Well, well. I trust you are meticulous in your efforts. After all, shortcuts only ever lead to shortcomings.
Yes, sir, of course.
Good. Ordinarily, I'd say it's not my concern either way, but you... I want to make sure you're well prepared. Talent and resolve are a potent combination. It would be a shame to let that go to waste.
Thank you, Professor.
Don't let it go to your head. Now, let's see how you fare with Defindo. Wand at the ready. Focus. Defindo can be dangerous if you're not paying attention.
Suaranya enggak? Kecil ya?
Very good.
Professor Sharp, do you have a moment?
Depends on how you intend to use it.
I saw an aura badge on your desk and was wondering if you could tell me more about your time as an aura.
Observant. I suppose I could indulge you for a moment. Spent years tracking down reprobates who dealt in artifacts of dark magic origin.
That sounds positively exhilarating.
Exhilarating? It was at that. While it lasted, at any rate. I enjoyed a great deal of success as an aura. However, success can make one complacent if one's confidence is not tempered by humility. One overstep in battle changed everything.
May I ask what happened?
Yes, well, I suppose it's a matter of record. My partner and I had tracked a suspect to a harbor in Scarborough, trying to smuggle shrunken heads of all things. I had deduced that he was working alone. I was mistaken, and they knew we were coming. From the moment we stepped onto the ship, well, I barely escaped with my life. My partner wasn't so lucky.
I suppose being an aura is dreadfully dangerous. I'm sorry.
It is that. But survival is not guaranteed for any of us. Pay attention. And not just within my class. This is what I must impress upon you all. A potion and a poison may be a mere breath apart, until you consume the wrong one.
Well said, Professor.
Complete. Where a venomous tarantula. Agar I use Mandrake on multiple enemy. Unlocked by acquiring Mandrake Seed at Dogwood and Dead Camp. balik. With and dead cat. One. Browse and scroll. Evander. Ninduk. Loading. Hairdressing. Broad and pack. Wah, di sini.
Can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Ketutupan.
Revelio.
Biru. Habisin uang dulu.
Come on inside. Oh, watch yourself though. Let's have you leave here alive.
Lumos. Hello.
Oh, hello. Whew. Sorry I'm in a bit of a tizzy. I was just scolding some of the plants for spitting and nipping. I suppose it's my own fault for putting more than 4 to a tray. By the way, Beatrice Green is the name, but you may address me as Madam Green. Welcome to Dogweed and Deathcap. Oh, mind you don't knock the mandrakes. Oh, if there wasn't the constant demand for antidotes, I wouldn't need to stock so many of the little dears. Except, of course, for curses. And, well, if you've been petrified, then obviously you've come to the right place. Mind you don't knock the mandrakes. Oh, if there's an uprooting, you'll be the next one to drop dead, and I'm in no mood for a clear-up.
Someone died here.
Aye. Fortunate, really, that it was just the one. Now then, how may I help you today?
I think I'll just have a look around for now.
Very well. Let me know if you see anything you like.
What do you have for sale?
You're a force to be reckoned with, aren't you? Scaring all the goblins away. Oh, I'm always thrilled when a young one makes a wise purchase. I can tell you'll go far. Doors always open. You be sure to stop by soon.
Ooh. People enemy.
Pathetic display. Expulso, potatoes. Stupid one. Incendio.
Waduh,
Protego. Incendio.
ya ini serius.
Expulso. You'll need to be quick. Start on attack. Good. Assignment's all finished. Fine. Leviosa. Expulso. Survive longer than expulso. Incendio. Too slow. Expulso. Life seems better. Expulso. Accio. Incendio. Revelio.
Mysterious and a bit unsettling. What to do?
Anjay.
Revelio.
Nggak ada yang lain gitu, bukan balonku.
I'd more to teach you about transfiguration.
Ini ada kayak brewing.
Meletus balon hijau dan hatiku sangat kacau. Balonku tinggal 4, ku pegang erat-erat.
Port on hot lunch. Ntar loh, ini nggak bisa dipindahin ya? Gimana cara mindahin?
Balonku ada 5, rupa-rupa warnanya. Hijau, kuning, kelabu, merah muda dan biru. Meletus balon hijau dan hatiku sangat kacau. Balonku tinggal 4, ku pegang erat-erat. Please subscribe for new update every week.
Punya aku terbang kalah ini game. Waduh, main lagi dong. Sky, main lagi dong. Tahu caranya untuk rearrange gak, Sky?
Deke hasn't seen this many plants here before.
Belum sampai situ aku. Waduh, belum sampai ya.
Deke thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
Oh ini. Oh, bukan nih altering. Kayaknya ini deh. Harus bikin Wingardium Leviosa dulu deh. Wingardium Leviosa. Lagunya nggak ke play ya? Apa ke play lagunya? Kasih tahu guys kalau lagunya nggak ke play atau ke play gitu. Biar bisa aku cek. Type at conjuring item, cast the spell and select.
Galleons and a historian's uniform. Revelio.
I'm glad there's a sticker.
It's a relief to finally have an answer as to why.
Bisa dong.
Thought that watching plants grow could be so interesting.
Dunia magic nggak akan lengkap tanpa mandragora. Rasanya kayak gitu doang nih.
How wonderful to see you again.
I've completed my assignments, Professor.
Pleased to hear it. Professor Weasley will be too. I'll be sure to let her know how well you're coming along.
Thank you, Professor.
Professor Hecat tells me she taught you Levioso, so you should be ready for a more advanced levitation charm. Wingardium Leviosa requires a bit of concentration and a nice, graceful wand movement. Let's see you try your hand at it. When executed correctly, you should be able to pick up boulders as though they were sprigs of sneezewort.
Oh, apa itu? Salah dikit nggak apa-apa lah.
Well done! Feel free to practice wing.
Professor Garlick, a moment of your time?
The plants are resting, so now's as good a time as any.
Anda kok gitu?
I was wondering, what made you want to teach herbology?
How lovely of you to ask. I've always had an affinity for greenery, so this situation is a bit of a dream come true. After graduation, I was thrilled to be asked to step in for my old herbology professor. He'd had a slight accident, you see.
Oh dear. A shame for him, but it worked out well for you.
Well, he never cared, really cared for the plants, and they could sense it. Oh, you'd be surprised how perceptive a plant can be. At any rate, the trouble began one day when he cut into a wigan tree. Unfortunately for him, its leaves were hiding a bowtruckle. You may recall the marvelous creatures that resemble a twig. The little beast gouged the professor's eyes quite fiercely, but terrifying, I'd imagine. Likely for the professor, too.
And that's when you took over as the herbology professor.
Well, not quite. After 3 weeks at St. Mungo's, my predecessor regained a tiny bit of his eyesight. He insisted on returning to the greenhouse. Within a week, he claims by accident, kicked a Chinese chomping cabbage, so it was back to St. Mungo's for him.
Tuh, menyeramkan.
A fair bit of bad luck there, I'd say.
Well, I felt awful for him, but I dare say I felt a bit more sympathy for the cabbage. Upon his discharge from the hospital, his indifference to plants had turned to utter disdain. He lost what little patience he had left with a particularly temperamental venomous tentacula and, well, his resulting leave of absence continues to this day.
I had no idea. How awful.
Last I heard, he'd gone to Romania. As rumour would have it, he developed a sudden interest in dragons. One can only hope he found more happiness working with them than he did with Flora. Lovely speaking with you. Have a wonderful day. Oh, and remember, be kind to your wigan trees.
Oke, yang penting udah punya Leviosa.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Oops.
I'm ready for the next lesson, Professor.
Very well. First, you'll need to gather some moonstone. You can acquire it by vanishing items here in the Room of Requirement, or you can gather it carefully outside of the Hogwarts grounds. Return to me once you've gathered enough, and we shall begin the lesson.
I have the moonstone you requested, Professor.
Good. Then we may begin your lesson. You can conjure more than potions and herbology tables. Conjuration can be used to decorate this space to your liking. Why don't you try it on the walls and floor?
Kayak gini-gini nih males nih. Malesin banget nih. Malesin banget nih.
Good work. Shall we move on?
I've conjured everything I can. What's next, Professor?
I think you're ready to take on alteration. The altering spell will allow you to customize any conjured item. You can change the colors, patterns, and styles of your furniture to suit your taste. Let's get started, shall we? Watch closely as I demonstrate how to perform the altering spell. Just aim your wand at any conjured item. The altering spell to customize it. Nicely done. Now you're ready for something a little more advanced. You can use the altering spell directly on the room's architecture. Try these new designs on the floor or balcony. Your space might benefit from a bit of ambiance, don't you think? Deke, would you mind?
Of course, Professor Weasley. Professor Weasley showed Deke this bit of magic some years ago. Deke thinks you'll enjoy it. Come and talk to Deke when you're ready.
Professor Weasley said I should ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
I would like the room to feel as if it's being lit by the moon.
Oh, sounds perfect.
Nice.
Quite a difference. Of course, you needn't keep this style if you don't like it. You can always ask Deke to change it back. Now you have learnt a good bit about alteration.
Thank you, Professor. The room is full of possibilities.
Indeed. No matter how much time I spend here, the room always manages to surprise me.
Waduh, makin luas ya.
An even bigger space.
How did that happen?
The room equips itself to your needs. It must have sensed that you needed more space to practice spellcasting. If you'd like to customize the space further, you can use these spellcrafts. You'll find more of them both inside and outside the school.
Thank you, Professor. I shall keep an eye out.
Good. I'll leave you to it. This is your space now. Use it wisely.
How would you like to learn the knockback jigs flipendo? Once you've completed the necessary tasks, come and find me in the greenhouse.
Portlum Joss itu di mana dapatnya? Go and harvest fluctuates acquire all three combat plan and use them simultaneously. Fluctuates. Seri apakah karakternya ganteng? Kayaknya udah pernah lihat ya seri. Chinese, Mandrake, and Venomous Trauma. Harvest of Liquid Plant. Nih, bukanya. Terus tanam sendiri. Iya, tahu. Oh, pemuda wanita. Masa kayak gini yang goda-godain wanita? Salah dong. Nggak ada yang deketan sini. Kon Bloodline udah tahu, udah Cabbage. Kan ada codingnya. Ya. Beli di mana? Beli di sini bisa sekalian. Venom, Mandrake. Nah ini sudah ada. Venom udah ada. Tinggal beli Mandrake aja. Pinter. Iya dong. Sudah mulai hafal dong. Ini pasti MC-nya kalau sore suka nongkrong-nongkrong sambil main gitar. Wes, langsung terpikirkan. Kalian jual nggak ya? Kok nggak ada nih?
You're a force to be reckoned with, aren't you? Scaring all the goblins away. Oh, I'm always thrilled when a young one makes a wise purchase. I can tell you'll go far.
Apa sih namanya tadi? Looks with nyanyinya apa? Benang biru. Waduh. Kira nyanyinya ini. Apa sih? Yang teduh. Ini tinggal pakai aja ya, nggak perlu harus ada monsternya kan?
One never knows when to start.
Dari musuh ya? Oke deh. Larinya tidak lari banget. Larinya tidak lari banget. Katanya lagi wali. Masa wali? Penggoda banget itu kalau wali.
Now, you let me know if there's anything else I can help you with.
Lagu galau. Yode. Dari sini aja dulu. Alah. Nggak kepencet. Ya, kok malah pencet. Gara-gara main Monster Hunter. Rollnya pakai X. Oh, ini dia. Hoglum Juice. Itu nggak bisa di farming apa ya Hoglum Juice-nya? Halo Made. Apa kabar Made? yang luar sih. Kok nggak ada suara? Suara apa? Ada kok suaranya. Coba di restart, di keluar TikToknya terus masuk lagi. Oh, harus beli dulu. Tulul. Kelar sih. From Tom on scroll. Balik Hogwart lagi. Iya udah tamat. Game satunya udah tamat. udah. Yang ini aja udah. Sampai jumpa setahun depan untuk Monster Hunter.
I was wondering when I'd see you again.
Mudik setelah Idul Fitri, setelah sholat. Bukan potting table. Anjay, harganya mahal banget. Medium Potion Station. Potting table with 5 small pot. Potting table with 2 medium. Potting table with 2 large. Nggak, yang satu aja. Potting table with a large.
Nothing like finding just the right thing.
Oh, mahal banget. Nyadar kalau perlu yang gede-gede. Anjay. Ups, 15 menit. Oke. Apakah perlu 15 menit in game atau bisa skip deh. Oh, kalau di dalam ruangan nggak bisa. Sambil nunggu lah. Larinya kayak kepanasan. Ouch, 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 ouch. Ouch, 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 ouch.
I was hoping to see you.
You're back.
Finally. Minister Spavin talks more than he listens. Ranted on and on about rogue dragons. Wouldn't listen to a word about goblins. Speaking of which...
Listen, Professor. So much happened while you were away. I received a flurry of messages from Professor Black's house elf, Scrope.
Scrope sent you messages?
Yes, I thought it was odd too. He asked me to meet him and then told me to take the toast.
Why would you want to take toast?
To a cave under the lake. That's where I found Richard Jackdaw's ghost.
Who on earth is Richard Jackdaw?
He was a student here long ago. Anyway, he told me about a secret cavern. I went there, and right next to Jackdaw's skeleton, I found the missing pages.
You found the pages?
I did. And because Jackdaw had followed the map they contained, when I found the pages, I found the location on the map. Believe it or not, it's a room below Hogwarts.
Why am I not surprised? Shall we?
I was hoping you'd say that. Oh, and we'll need to bring the book.
Bentar dulu guys.
The room is called the Map Chamber, by the way. And the portrait of Percival Rackham awaits us there.
Professor Rackham. I look forward to meeting him. How did this Jackdaw get the pages from the book?
Evidently, Peeves stole them, and Jackdaw stole them from him.
Oh, Peeves. To think.
Bakso, halo,
was beneath us all this time. This looks promising. Hogsmeade. And over here, the Forbidden Forest. And, of course, Hogwarts. It's magnificent. If only you were here to see this.
Hello, Professor Rackham. We've placed the book on the pedestal as you asked. And this is my mentor, Professor Fig.
How do you do, Professor Fig? And you, my young friend, see now why you needed to return with the book?
I do. I also see why you refer to this room as the map chamber.
That you have come this far tells me that you possess extraordinary magical ability, the potential and power of which will unlock should you prove yourself worthy. The location of each of 4 trials will, in time, appear on the map. Trials that will test you and give you access to invaluable knowledge. Trials that you must complete on your own. Do you recall the pensive memory you viewed in my vault in Gringotts?
You and your friend Charles spoke of the port key, and of trials you'd created for one who could see traces of ancient magic.
Precisely. Charles is another of the Keepers, a designation we gave ourselves centuries ago, in light of the knowledge that we have been bound to keep hidden. Until perhaps now.
So, the passage from your ruins to Gringotts, everything in the vault, the restricted section, finding this room, none of these was a trial.
They were an important part of the journey, but they were not trials themselves. The fact that you have come this far, however, bodes well. The trials were designed to ensure that the power and knowledge we have kept secret for so long does not fall into the wrong hands. They will test your abilities, both innate and learned. But of equal importance, everything you witness as you complete the trials will inform what you choose to do with all that we share. You will need patience. The trials have much to teach you. It will take time.
I'm afraid we don't have the luxury of time.
We have waited this long, Professor Fig. Surely a few more.
Respectfully, sir, while I do not know the secret you keep, I do know that our young friend here has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. And we encountered an uncommonly powerful goblin wielding such magic as we prepared to leave your vault at Gringotts. We may already be too late.
This is grave news indeed. Young friend, do you trust Professor Fig?
I do.
Then, in the light of your considerable skill and all you have already accomplished, we shall begin. You will find the location of the first trial marked on the map below you. Whilst Professor Fig may assist you in locating the trials, they may be completed only by one with our ability.
Shall we have a look? I know that tower. It's not far. You may have seen it yourself.
I don't think I have. Perhaps your young friend is not as well traveled as you think.
As your mentor, the least I can do is go ahead to make sure it is safe. Join me as soon as you can.
I'll find you at the tower as soon as I can.
Until then, be careful, and do not tell anyone where you're going.
It's time you learned, Glacius, the freezing spell. It is an efficient way to cool down a heated situation. But first, I will need you to complete a few tasks. Once you've done that, come and see me.
Ini lowot. Masih belum ternyata. Misi yang lain. Glacius Flipendo. Ini kayaknya belum deh. Kasian. Use the map with floating candle to find the treasure. Itu nanti aja kalau gitu. Main aja. Yang ini dah. Pop balloon over Hogsmeade Station. Pop balloon around the Quidditch pitch. Teng teng teng, tuning tuning ting.
Revelio.
Anjay, jauh banget. Oke. Penyihir itu emang harus bawa kayak sapu.
Revelio.
Habis itu itu bro. Oke. Nggak ada nyerangnya apa ya? Descent, unsend.
Revelio.
No, I swear I won't be wasting your time. And I'm grateful for the opportunity.
Bisa tuh. Yang kalau dia agak di bawah-bawah gitu.
Revelio.
Kalau di paling atas. Oh, itu dia. Teng, 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 teng.
Revelio. Revelio.
Nah, di sebelah.
Brilliant.
How did you get on with those tasks?
Madam Kagawa, I completed the list of tasks you assigned.
Wonderful. I trust you became more familiar with your broom through the process?
Yes, Professor.
That's good to hear. Keep it up, and perhaps one day you'll have a spot on the Quidditch team. If Black ever permits Quidditch again. Well, with those tasks out of the way, let us get started. Glacius. Pay attention to your wand work. Well done. I'd recommend that you practice your new spell here in my office before taking it out into the world.
Di sana.
Getting on quickly.
Depulso. Confringo.
I think it's learned its lesson, but do continue to practice as long as you like. Kinesthesia is a powerful learning tool.
Revelio.
Skill dulu gitu kelarin.
Perhaps a hybrid.
I've finished the activities you assigned me, Professor Garlick.
Wonderful. I hope you gained a greater appreciation for the flora in our lives. I am forever enraptured by it. Just yesterday, I spent hours pruning my self-fertilizing shrubs and flutterby bushes. Didn't realize how long I'd been at it until the sun began to set. Well, if there's one thing I love to see more than my plants thriving, it's one of my students doing the same. Now, ready to learn Flipendo? Chin up, keep a light grip, and it's all in the wrist. Let's see you give it a go. You will want to focus with this spell. Nothing as mortifying as knocking back a colleague when all you wanted to do was move a few pots. Wonderful. Beautifully done. If you'd like to practice a bit more, you're welcome to do so here in the greenhouse. Just mind the...
Levioso, Incendio, Confringo. Glacius, Defender, Defender, Accio. Confringo.
Now, where was I? Oh, yes. The greenhouse won't keep itself in order without...
Professor, I was wondering where you're from. What's your background?
Oh, how nice of you to ask. Well, let's see. I grew up in London, right on the Thames.
That sounds lovely. All the sights and bustle of a city.
To some, yes. I used to dream of living in the country, but it wasn't until I came to Hogwarts that I felt truly at home. Mind you, it did take some time. And whilst it is my fervent hope that each student eventually feels as at home here as I do, it is not always the case.
I suppose that makes sense.
Well, we each bloom differently, don't we? Some of us, like Devil's Snare, thrive in the shadows, whilst others crave the attention of a bouncing bulb. And we each grow and thrive according to our own plan. Oh, I was terribly nervous when I arrived at the castle. You see, as a child, I knew nothing of witches or wizards. You can imagine how astonished I was to receive my letter from Hogwarts. I spent a good deal of time alone in either the greenhouse or the library my first days here.
It does take a while to adjust to being here.
Precisely, and I was remarkably fortunate. In fact, a 7th year took me under her wing during those first days. She remains one of my dearest friends.
How fortunate.
I was indeed. I dare say you'll find that the friends you make here at Hogwarts will last a lifetime. Now, I'd best get to my recent delivery from the Magic Neep. Mr. Teasdale promised me quite an assortment of seeds this week. Lovely to see you.
Hey.
Revelio.
Jalanin misi utama ya sekarang. Anjay jauh si Minecraft jam. Ini itu terbang.
Who lived here, I wonder?
I tell you this, Hogwarts is lucky they've got protection.
Intriguing place, Zanbakar's tower. Lovely view, I'd imagine.
Revelio.
No idea who this Bakar is, mind you.
Over here.
I believe you are ready to learn Arresto Momentum, the slowing charm. It allows you to freeze objects or people.
Protego.
Simply complete a...
We're not alone.
We are not. Ranrock's loyalists. Around a dozen I can see, but could be more.
Can't we apparate past them into the tower?
We could, but we've no idea what's in the tower. More importantly, however, I'd like to know why they're here. They've set up camp just ahead. I suggest we investigate a little before doing anything else. Let's go.
Well, this isn't ideal.
No, it isn't. This way. And I'd suggest we use the disillusionment charm here. No sense in announcing our...
Revelio.
Really now? Stay hidden and cast Petrificus Totalis.
I've been at this for hours.
Petrificus Totalis. Well done.
There must be something here. Ramrock said so. Something here. Ramrock said so. Quiet. Too quiet, if you ask me. Hello? Could do with a nice mushroom stew about now.
Masa dihilangin semua sih? Apa kurang biasa sih? Oops.
Seems the coward fled.
Petrificus Totalis.
Revelio.
Orders. Directly from Ranrock.
These orders indicate that they're after something to do with names. What names? And why here?
I will draw blood. Stupid to come here. Let's get it. Oh, that was meant to. Your spells glance off of me. Not quite.
Protego. That's embarrassing.
Levioso.
Accio.
I will not be made a fool. Revelio.
Looks like we found the entrance.
It's locked. An unlocking charm.
Very handy. No time now, but if you don't learn it soon enough, we can work on it back at the castle. I imagine these brooms have been enchanted for centuries. Never seen an enchantment.
Welcome to San Bakar's tower.
Hello, Professor. Did you say San Bakar's tower?
I did. Professor Bakar is a keeper you have yet to encounter. I'm glad to see that I was correct in presuming that we would meet again soon after our last encounter. Though I surmise, based on the commotion I heard, that you did not have an easy time getting to me.
We did not, Professor. We encountered goblins outside the tower.
That goblins were aware of my vault is disquieting enough. But if they have also made a connection to this tower, then the threat may be greater than I thought. All the more reason for us to move forward. Downstairs, near the entry, a reservoir of ancient magic, like those you've seen before, has been unlocked. Commanded to access a doorway. I'm afraid I cannot say more. As Professor Fig cannot join you, he and I will, in time, see you back at the map chamber. Remember what you see.
Remember.
We're going to need to understand how Ranrock's loyalists knew about a tower that once belonged to a keeper. For the moment, however, you've more important things to set your mind to. A reservoir of ancient magic, I believe?
Yes, sir.
Then I shall leave matters in your increasingly capable hands. That said, be careful.
I will, sir. I'll see you back in the map chamber.
Revelio.
A reservoir of ancient magic. Downstairs, near the entry. Lumos.
Revelio.
First trial.
I've seen this before, in Gringotts and the restricted section.
Revelio. Reparo.
That must have done something. Best have a look around. Traces of ancient magic. Something must be different.
Revelio. Incendio.
These are never a welcome sight. At least I know what to expect this time.
Stupid. Glaciers. Flipendo. Stupid one. Stupid one. Glaciers. Potato. Potato. Accio. Incendio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo.
These look familiar.
Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio.
Was it Accio I used before?
Kesini tapi semuanya full.
Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Accio. Incendio. Confringo. Accio. Accio.
More statues.
Protego. Stupefy.
Loh.
Expelliarmus. Defender. Expelliarmus.
Not making this easy on me.
Revelio. Accio.
Seems I ought to explore this archway from both sides. What did that burst of magic change on both sides of the archway? Something must be different.
Accio.
need to see how the room changes when I move in and out of the archway.
Expelliarmus! Accio!
Berhasil.
So that's it. I need to use both sides of the archway to get the platform to the other side of the bridge. I'll never get used to these floors.
Expelliarmus! Glacius! Defender! Expelliarmus! Levioso! Accio!
Alah. Kok itu sih?
Incendio! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Glacius! Protego! Stupefy! Defender! Stupefy! Levioso! Accio! Incendio! Confringo! Accio!
Udah.
Accio!
Udah.
Accio! Accio.
Oh.
Accio.
Ke sini udah ada gitu istirahat.
Don't like the look of this.
Expelliarmus.
Alah, kok pertego sih? Loh. Halo. Iya, Pak, halo.
Don't like the look of this.
Expelliarmus.
Tetap kena. Wow. Lag. Anjay. Segitu dong. Oh, destroy the top. Loh. Ada gitu. Ganti deh.
What a relief. Revelio.
Siapa nih?
Another pensive.
Kaget.
Your ability to transfigure the world around you is remarkable. What is it?
My father isn't getting better. I don't think he'll ever recover from the death of my brother.
It is agonizing to see those we love suffer.
The drought was years ago. But the pain of losing him is as deep for him now as if it had happened only yesterday. He doesn't need pretty pillars, he needs peace. What if I could help him, Professor?
You do so much for your father already.
It's not enough. I want to take away his pain.
It is tempting, I know, to use this magic that you're mastering to transfigure more than the physical world. But human emotion is a potent force unto itself. Even the most well-meaning and competent witch cannot possibly know the consequences of irrevocably manipulating it.
So I'm to watch as my father's pain destroys him.
It is not your pain to take. Every year, a student sees something sillier than I could ever imagine in their tea leaves. Oh, Miss Morganach, welcome back to Hogwarts, Professor.
That's going to take some getting used to. Professor Rickwood?
I was so pleased to hear that you had accepted the position of Defense Against the Dark Arts, Professor.
Sit, Isadora. Tell us about your travels.
I was actually hoping that you and the others might join me at my home this evening. There's much I'd like to share with you.
That would be delightful. We shall let the others know.
Very well. I shall see you then.
Another memory. Now to find a way out of here. More crystallized stone. That must be the way.
What have we here?
I'm a student at Hogwarts, sir, and this is Professor Fig.
Professor Charles Rookwood at your service. Has someone completed the first trial?
I have, Professor Rookwood. We saw you in the Pensive in Gringotts with Professor Rackham.
Indeed. So, you found the port key to access Professor Rackham's vault, and you deciphered the map within the locket you found floating above that Pensive.
I did. I found something that I can't identify floating above the last Pensive.
Ah, yes. You will find a similar artifact in each trial. You must take care to keep them safe. You will need them to complete the journey we have set forth for you. Once you have them all, we will tell you what to do with them.
Very well. Are you able to tell me anything about the next trial?
Before you proceed, I would like to speak with Charles regarding the urgent situation involving the goblins.
The goblins?
The student has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. They and their mentor, Professor Fig, not only encountered goblins lurking outside of San Bakar's tower, they also encountered a powerful goblin in my vault at Gringotts.
I'm afraid it would be wise to halt the trials until we know more.
We shall defer to you in this matter, of course. Now then...
Wait, Professor. The name Rookwood. Do you think...
that there's a connection to Victor? Perhaps, but we can't be sure of its significance, if any. For now, tell me what you saw in the Pensive.
Before the witch from the last Pensive, Isadora, became a Hogwarts professor, she argued with Professor Rackham about using magic to remove pain.
Hopefully the next Pensive provides more context. For now, we should learn what Ranrock knows. I will be honest, I've no idea where to start.
Actually, I might know of someone. I saw Serona at the Three Broomsticks speaking to a goblin once. They seemed friendly.
Well, it's worth a try. See what you can find out. Of course, don't forget...
my studies. Yes, sir.
Before you go...
Professor?
Have you encountered swirling traces of magic in the world? Aside from those along our path?
Not that I recall. What are they?
Evidence of the Keeper's efforts to manipulate the power of ancient magic during our time. If I am correct, and I usually am, you should be able to use them to inform and enhance your own magic.
Thank you, sir. I will look out for them.
Musim semi. Oke guys, sampai sini dulu guys.